Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to finish up your Dinos project. So, right here I got my dinosaurs. Boom. And I want to print them. Alright, so I'm going to go over here. So down here I have a model tab. Model is like this infinite space in AutoCAD. And then I have these layout 1 and 2. So I'm going to go layout 1. And this is like, it's called paper space. This is like a piece of paper, and this is what it's going to print. Now, a couple things I want to have. Let me go back. So I can go back to model and so forth. One is I want to turn this grid off. I hate this grid, and I don't want to print it anyways. Okay, so I'm turning it off. Then I'm going to go here back to my paper space. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go type in plot, and I'm going to set up my paper space. This is kind of a generic one, but I need to set it up according to the printer I'm going to print on. So I'm going to go to printer plotter, and I'm going to change to Crescent BSHP10. That's our printer we're going to use. And I'm going to type in letter is fine for paper size, apply to layout, and then I'm going to hit cancel. Don't hit OK yet, just hit cancel. That's going to set the printer. Now, this again is our piece of paper. These dash lines represent everything inside the dash lines will print, and everything outside will not print. All right. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to select this viewport is what this is called, and I'm going to hit delete. Okay, don't freak out. We didn't lose our dinosaurs. So I go back to model. There are my dinosaurs. All right. So next thing I need to do is I need to create a layer called def points, and I'll show you how to do that. So you go up here to layer properties, and I use this little piece of paper with a star on it. I click on it, and it brings up a new layer for me, and I'm going to call it def points. It's important that you spell it right. It is DEFPOINTS, all one word. And then I'm going to give it some obscure color because I want to know when I'm on def point. So I'm going to give it like a red or something like that. Okay. Now what def points does is something very interesting. Def points is like our guidelines. You can see them when you're on the computer. They will not print, and that is a very important thing. The reason I give it a color is because I don't want to accidentally be drawing my whole drawing in there and then go to print it and it doesn't print because it was on def points layer. So layers work like so. So I'm going to go ahead and select def points layers layer I want to use. Other way I could have done that is you can always pull this down, select the layer you want to be on. Layer 0 is what you've been drawing on. Def points. And then I'm going to type in MV for make viewport. Okay? And I'm going to draw a viewport inside of my dash lines. Okay? Now if you notice, this is red, meaning that's on my def points layer. It's easy to tell. And now that I've used my def points, I want to go back to layer 0 because I don't want to really draw on it. And I have my dinos. Now, I could print them like this, but this is kind of an annoying way to look at them. They're kind of spread out, they're small, not very detailed. So I'm going to go back to my model, and I'm going to move my dinosaurs closer to each other so we can blow them up and look at them nice. And everyone can enjoy them. Okay? And I'll go back to layout. Okay, there they are. Now to get this so that it's scaled a little bigger, I can double click inside of my viewport. This kind of gives me like a portal through my window into my model space, and I can zoom in, or the best way to do it is if you just hit this little zoom extents button. Also you can type in zoom extents. It zooms it perfectly. Then I double click out, and now I'm ready to go. I can now type in plot. Everything's set up. I'll go preview just to make sure it looks good. If it looks great, I'll hit the print button right here, or the plot, and that should send it through. Put your name on the back or somewhere on here and turn it in. Should look good. Alright guys, enjoy.